Hello, everyone. How you doing? Okay. All right. First of all, okay, I was just gonna start this as a normal intro, but we've already got Norn Queen Kia's little, tit suckers in the fucking chat already. Hello there, Sinful Nitwit and Jack Lennox. How you feeling? How you feeling being here? You seem a little mad. Anyways, I bet 4 doubloons he's going to yell about the woke within the first minute. My bro, yeah, the call is coming from inside the house. What are you on about? Like, seriously, this is how sad your life is. This is how sad your life is. That this is what you do with your day. You go into the chats of streamers you don't even really care about and just like get mad, and then just go off like this. No, Zeph, no, don't ban them. No, don't ban them. Don't ban them. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. Not even 10 seconds in. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're all like, are the woke in the room with us right now? You're right here, aren't you? So here's my question for you, Nitwit. Is Kia paying you for this, or are you getting off on is this is a desperate attempt to get laid? Like, I mean, what is it? Come on now. She ain't that much worth it. Like seriously, Norn Queen Kia is a 3 at best. All right. Man, I gotta say thank you for the free entertainment. By the way, means a lot. Like I was having after yesterday, I was having a good day. This is even better because I knew this was gonna happen. And I'm not even gonna ban you. I'm not even gonna tell Zeph to ban you just yet. Nah, I don't really care. Oh, you don't really care, but you're in my chat chatting. Seems like you care quite a bit, actually. That is hilarious. I don't go for married. I mean, you don't go for married women, but here you are. Here you are, buddy, in my chat, on stream for everyone to witness. My boss kid is getting into Warhammer. They have Black Templars, Intercessors. I'm gonna play Imperial Knights, and nice Lego. Apparently Imperial Knights are pretty strong right now. Like with the I've heard they're pretty strong right now. So I don't play Knights personally. They're not my thing. Like I like Imperial Knights. I think they're cool, but I'm all about like the melee infantry kind of armies. If I get into playing a Xenos, it'll probably be Leagues of Votann though, for a shooty army. I also mostly play Death Watch for shooty. You're just really just an easy punching bag. Oh, the cope. This is cute. What's the vibe here? Well, right now we're just yapping. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to switch over to the webcam. I'm going to be assembling Warhammer minis. I've got a couple of them. Got a couple that I'll probably be building. 2 planned, but I've got more in the backlog I can pull out in case that's necessary. Enough of the talk about women. Time to bring some gachi-muchi into this. You know what? Based. We need more gachi-muchi in the world. The fact there's less in the world makes it a much more sad joint to be in. All right, Zeph. Now you can ban Sinful Nitwit. Now he's bringing other people's kids into it. That's too far. You can, sir, Mr. Nitwit. You can go cope and seethe on your own time now. You are gone. Goodbye. Anyway, Gachi mentioned do it for Aniki. Hey, listen, Nitwood, I know you can still hear me before you go off in a rage. Thank you so much for the viewership and the revenue from that viewership over on YouTube. Means a lot, actually. I have a collective 28,000 points between my Ultramarines, Knights, Guard, Admech, Custodian, Sisters, and my Warlord Titan. Oh, nice. Listen, I respect anyone. I respect anyone who owns a Titan, up to and including Norn Queen Kia's husband. Because we all know that ain't hers. That's her husband's. Came from Twitter to see him get kicked, knew it was coming. yeah, no. Some people are just gonna start shit. Listen. If people are gonna be assholes to me, I'm gonna be assholes to them. Respect is earned. That's my general rule of life. Nobody I shit on today has done anything to earn my respect and never tried. So we're talking 40k in general or books specifically. Just 40k in general, game, books, whatever. I will be switching over soonish. I want to. Let's see. Do I? Yep. Okay. Never heard of Gachi Muchi before, which is surprising as I've worked the door at gay nightclubs. Nice to see. This is a... I mean... Okay, Brendan, this is the funny part. I'm literally gay, and I've said it multiple times, and a lot of people refuse to believe it. A lot of people refuse to believe that. I literally have my boyfriend on stream with me all the fucking time, and people refuse to believe it. Well, you better be building Tau or AOS. If not, your minis don't count. Well, I mean, remember, look, if we're gonna, let's throw some shade at the Chudhammer side of things. I threw up that image from Google to show what a pile of shame looks like. And then I got, apparently, Fat Ass or whatever his name is that runs Wokehammerels now, thought that was me trying to say that was my pile of shame because he's a freaking idiot and, like, you know, has no object permanence. So, yeah. I mean, listen, when you saw that picture and saw the Age of Sigmar boxes in it, you should have known it wasn't mine. I would never spend money on Age of Sigmar. Ever. For any reason. It could be the last miniature war game on the planet. I would not spend money on it. Crisis suit building would be neat. Well, I mean, crisis suits are cool. I do like mechs. I even said I like the Tau. I just don't like the whole, you know, limited scope due to FTL and the whole, you know, a lot of the fans, unfortunately. A lot of the fans, I mean, Tau fans are fairly obnoxious, except for, there's ones like you, Zeph, and others who just like Tau because Tau are cool. Like, and I understand that. But then there's the ones who make Tau there and who make, like, Tau are actually the good guys, their whole fucking personality, and it's the only reason they got into him is because it's safe Grimdark. So, yeah. Fix the annoy Bo petting. Oh, God, you didn't. Please tell me you didn't. Not gonna lie, I would buy some Stormcast just to do a stone plus moss paint scheme that looked pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I've said my problems with Age of Sigmar and my big problem with Age of Sigmar in terms of design. They always do the thing where they have a good idea for a mini and then keep tacking more shit on it for 2 hours during the design session when they should have stopped. And it makes the models look bad because they're horrendously over-designed. Like, 40k generally finds a good balance between how to make it over the top and cool looking, but also not so over the top looking that it strains your ability to like it, you know? Like, 40k is generally good at that. Age of Sigmar is not. The only things that look good in Age of Sigmar, in my opinion, are the models that would fit well in the old world by just swapping a round base for a square one. You know what I mean? Just recently started playing Midlife Crisis, brought in my sons who played for years. Oh, nice. No, Angry Skeleton Pope. We don't mind people who play 10th edition. I play 10th edition. I think 10th edition could be better, but I also think it's been getting better. You know, I said this earlier on Twitter. I genuinely believe when Imperial Agents came out, it was a huge, and it flopped so hard. And people hated it because Deathwatch were killed to bring it about. I think GW had an actual eureka moment and decided, no, we need to fix things, because 10th edition has been getting better since then. AOS models are definitely very busy compared to 40k, though their poses are usually... No, I generally find the 40k poses better, because the 40k poses don't have to compensate for being so horrendously overcomplicated. I like my simplistic Death Guard. I took one of those Plague Marine sets and just dialed it down a tad. Yeah, you could file off some of the details you don't like. It's just the problem with Age of Sigmar is there's so many, you can't really file it off at all without ruining the model. In regards to the Chaos Gods, which one of the big four gods and demons is my favorite? Honestly, I'm a big fan of Khorne and Slaanesh, like, as a pair. I like Khorne because he's simplistic. You know, he's easy to understand. I like Slaanesh because honestly, the obsessive pursuit of perfection thing is really cool. It's a really cool way to fall to evil, and it's real unfortunate because so much of the fandoms think Slaanesh is just about sex when that's not what Slaanesh is. Slaanesh is barely about that, honestly. Like, when you really get right down to it. Okay, Angry Skeleton Pope, if you don't have anything really to add to the discussion other than being, you know, posting shit like that, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave if you don't listen. I'm gonna have to, you know, hide your comments. The glue huffer likes the glue huffer god. What a shocker. Well, listen, man. The plastic glue fumes give me power, okay? I always do a line of plastic glue fumes before I put models together. Wrong. The correct answer is favorite chaos god is Malal. Listen, I too love I too love the second Primarch. All right. Okay. You know what? That's enough yap. That's enough yap. We're going to move on to the thing that is the webcam. Bear with. I am way more shy than I actually act. You know, act online. So hold on, everyone. All right. Let's see. Flip the thing. There we go. I was not going to buy a webcam unless it had a prior. Apologies for the sound bar. I have nowhere to hide. I have nowhere to hide it. I have nowhere to hide this thing. Also, Marshall Boehm on hand reveal. My giant greasy meat hooks bear witness to the horror. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Big, meaty claws. I got them fucking yaoi. You know what? You really don't know how big your hands really are until you look at them on stream. Look at these motherfuckers. These are yaoi hands. All right. Is any wonder I'm gay? Jesus. Get a cutting. Mad, please. Listen, I should not be trusted with an X-Acto knife. All right. Your hands are somewhat thicker than mine. Honestly, you should see my brother's hands. They're way thicker. Hey, my stream background music ain't too loud, is it? I'm still getting used to the new audio setup. All right. All right, with that question asked, to move this stuff out of the way. So here's what we're putting together today, at least to start. We got, let's see. Do a plaster mold of them and sell silicone cast them as merch to interested parties. You know what, Ash? I know a couple of people that might actually buy that. I'm not naming names, okay? I'm not naming names, but I know y'all motherfuckers are out there. I know you're all are out there, all right? You ain't fooling me. Can't even hear it. This stream is sponsored by Crisco. Shut up. All right, hold on. Oh. I had it muted, that's why. How about now? Is it too loud now? I had it muted by mistake. That's my fault. I'm still getting used to how I got audio set up on this thing now. How is that? How is that for the stream music? It's not loud. We can still hear you over it. Okay. Good to know. All right. So, models. So I got this one. Hold up, because on my setup, my camera is literally set up the wrong way. Like, it's like flipped and upside down, so I'm trying to move everything properly. This is, no, there we go. Inquisitor Ostromandius. This is the Warhammer Plus, this is the Warhammer Plus Special Edition mini for the year. Don't ask how I acquired it, because I'm going to tell you. I went to subscribe for 1 month to Warhammer Plus so I could watch Kill Lupercal because it looked interesting. I fat-fingered the subscription and subscribed for a year, so I got this. So I figured... Okay, by the way, if you're ever honestly thinking of subscribing to Warhammer Plus, please be careful. They set you up to subscribe for a year before you subscribe for a month. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I did by not looking and clicking the button before you check what you're subscribing to. They cost me about $60, but I got a mini out of it, so I figured why the fuck not? I'll assemble it on stream. Now the other one, I got this a while ago. Bayard's Revenge Special Edition Black Templar Emperor's Champion model, and for those wondering, yes, We will be assembling him as on the back. Shit, hold on. Let's get that nice and close. We will be assembling him as on the back with the helmet equipped. Always wear your helmets in battle, people. Also, I can't paint faces. You pay for Warhammer Plus? Look, man, I wanted to watch Kill Loop Recall. I wanted to watch Kill Loop Recall. I fat-fingered a button. Now I'm stuck for a year. But like I said, free mini. I don't care. $60. That's 90%. That's 90% of an intercessor squad, dude. I told you. I guess I might as well open this on the camera. Is this unofficially an unboxing stream now? I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing. Aren't I supposed to be doing like? Look, I've watched unboxing streams. I know people do some weird ASMR shit while doing unboxings. I don't get that shit. Helmets are so important. Yes, they are. They are important. There's the manual. And these are the bases. There's 3 bases for this thing. I don't know why GW keeps pushing characters with faces. Every faction helmets are 100% better. Well, honestly like the faceless option, especially for special characters, because they're not just mooks. They're actual characters in the tabletop. But all the same, I can't paint faces. Like, I can barely paint as is. I really can't paint faces, so I like my helmets. All right, I'm guessing this is the main guy. This is his, little buddy, and this is his littler buddy. All right, hey Zeph, you want to do the honors on Skeleton Pope? Yeah, to be like fucking General Cornwallis in the Patriot and getting a shave. I am occupied. Let's see. Right. Put this over here where I can reach it. Yeah, thanks, dude. I'm going to point out before I get going. You ever get that paranoid feeling like if you open your plastic glue a little too close to the computer, the fumes are going to hit the heatsink and explode all the way over there? I hope not. All right, but I'm not even going to open it until I'm going to work with it. So yeah. All right. Let's look at this thing. Let's look at what we're snipping off first. We need 1, 3, and 2. I'm looking at it on the wrong side. I think. I will admit the lighting. Wait, that's 1, right? All right, which of these is 1? One, 3, 2. This is not very clearly labeled. Oh, there's 1. Hey guys, never try to assemble Warhammer models when you got dyscalculia. Shit sucks. All right, snip those. Snip that. 1, 2, and 3. And that's easy enough. Those are just the legs. While I'm doing this, I will give you all some advice. Never buy your hobbying tools from Citadel, from Games Workshop, from their web store. Horribly overpriced. I was talking to Demi on the Discord earlier. They were asking about paints. Don't buy Citadel paints. They're also horribly overpriced, and you don't get a lot of paint for them. I believe this other leg is... Wait, where's the other leg? Where is I am leg? Right here. like, unironically, sometime, if you ever want to see what I'm talking about, go to a, like, I don't know, go to, like, freaking Amazon or some shit. I don't know. Compare, like, any kind of regular canned acrylic spray paint to Games Workshop's prices. It's ridiculous. You also usually get more paint with other companies. So never buy your paints from Games Workshop. Go like Vallejo or Army Painter. In fact, I'm using this is, for the YouTube side of things, this is not sponsored, but I'm using the Army Painter plastic glue. Unironically cheaper for more quantity than Games Workshop's. The Tamiya nippers are awesome. I'm just using fucking ones I bought at random at fucking Walmart, man. I don't give a shit. Anything works better than Games Workshop. Also, sharpen your hobby tools, put it to sanding paper. Yeah, that too. Like, I use an X-Acto knife for cutting stuff, but that's easily replaceable. But if you're using something that's less replaceable, yeah, make sure to sharpen it. It'll make cutting things easier. We know it's not sponsored, Barman. Who would want to do that? Oh, I mean, look, I've been offered sponsorships. I've turned them down because there's been no one I want to sponsor me. I'm really picky about it to the point of frequently turning options down. There we go. Snip the nips off. There we go. I'd advise you to get a look at display tools. I use those. They are well priced for quality. You know what? I'll remember that. If I got it correctly, they're in a third world country, so they get double crossed by taxes and greedy resellers. Yeah. That's like South America gets fucked so hard by Games Workshop. It's ridiculous. Like, it's actually criminal, and if you ask me, should be investigated. Like, Games Workshop pricing structure should be investigated with how much they overcharge people in some countries, completely pointlessly at that. I'm being with careful with this one. I don't want to draw blood on stream because they can apparently get me in trouble. I do not wish my first mini stream to be the one I get banned for because I cut myself on stream and gush everywhere, you know? Ash, shut the fuck up. We're not doing that like, share, and subscribe shit even if it boosts the algorithm, okay? There we go. All right. Oh, right. I gotta do this one too. I'm dumb. I forget things. I'm 42. I got one foot in the grave. I'm getting old, man. It doesn't help that even with my fucking AC blowing on me right now, it is hot. It's hot as hell. Right, there's one. All right, there we go. One moment. I gotta do something about this AC position. One moment, everyone. If you hear a blowing on the mic, no, apparently not. All right, seems good. What are we making? This is, I showed at the start of the stream. I'll show it again. This is Inquisitor Ostromandius. Marshall Blowy Mott. Shut up. Shut up, honey. Jesus. Let's see. It's a shame no company makes better proxy Space Marine. War Games Atlantic makes fantastic proxy guard in plastic 2034 USD. Yeah, Yeah, it's the one from Warhammer Plus. Like I was saying, I fat fingered for a month subscription, got myself a year subscription because I'm an idiot, and I'm stuck with that for a year. But I got a mini out of it, so like, hey, might as well, right? Hey, watch yourselves, everyone. We got a badass over here. Hey, Stova Draken, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Stova Draken, do you want to answer me? Do you want to answer me a question? How is a gay Roman Catholic, you know, two things hated by the Nazi Party, a Nazi? Actual question. I'll give you time to answer it on. I'll give you time to answer it on your own. All right, let's get these glued together. Actually, you know what? I'll take a few parts. I'll snip a few parts and go a little smoother that way. Yeah, the back and the front. There we go. That'll put the whole body together. I'm trying to make sure I keep everything on the camera. I'm told that's the best way to do this because you actually guys want to. Everyone is actually here wants to actually watch this. Well, assuming, you know, because believe me, even the ones who are only here to hate and be assholes, you're here to watch this too. You don't want to admit it to yourselves, but you are. Let's see, which one's left? The front, right? Here we go. And there we go. Get those off. Man, I wish they'd make the Judicare its own solo mini. I'm not spending 200 CAD on a kit for that and a Blade Guard Ancient. Right? That is, I hate that shit. You know which one's really ridiculous though? The one that's really ridiculous is the what are those Space Marine dudes with the like jump Marines with the autocannons that they don't sell in a box of their own? That's really annoying. The only way to get them is to buy that whole fucking box, and even then the shoulders aren't customizable. So yeah. You need to know if I'm woke? Look at my Twitter. Make your own decision. Draw your own conclusion. I think it would be obvious for anyone with a functioning brain, but, you know. All right. Okay, there was one more little nib of plastic. There it is. All right, that's cleaned up. Well, that's a big one. Where were the other two? Okay, these are pretty small. Okay, and this last one is right there. We go. Right in there. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. All right, let's get putting this together. Remember the mold lines? Right. Or I will keep an eye out for mold lines. All right, they want us to glue these two together first. All right. Which one goes where? Yeah, I think this one goes on. Yeah, right there. All right. That simplifies things. All right. Yeah, time get flown out of there. Come on, get out of there. I really need to get a brush on one. Ain't no way this thing is clogged. Alright, it might be... Glue might be clogged. Be right back, everyone. Sorry about that, everyone. I really need to get a plastic glue and a brush-on container. I'm getting really sick of having to pop these open every time. There we go. Might actually order one as soon as this stream is done for the next one, so it's easier. He's gone, steal his minis. Hey, listen, you can try. You can try to get through the guard dog that I have guarding my home. That being the local neighborhood meth addict who I've promised a $5 after this. Here we go. Oh, oh boy, I can smell that. Smell that. There. You just hold that in place for a little bit. Get the next leg. I forgot to set my stream music to mute. I forgot to set my stream music to loop. I am not smart. I'm not smart at all. All right. Give me one moment, everyone. There we go. Siri loop music? No, I use VLC player because I'm not a... I use a VLC player because I'm not a savage. Okay, they say put the cape on before the front of the model. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, Games Workshop, you can't tell me what to do. I'll put the cape on, I'll put the cape on third. There we go. And then we'll put glue on here. How does that... Wait, how are you actually supposed to put this on? One moment. Oh, shit. I just fucked up. Hang on, everyone. You are supposed to put the cape on first, apparently. That's a weird-ass design. Actually, I can't see where to connect this. One moment. Oh, I see. I think. What a weird way to assemble the kit. Good thing everything here is being covered up by the model itself. One more glue on there. All right, get on there. All right, there we go. That was almost a disaster. Sorry about that. Not following GW branded instructions. Fake fan confirmed. Yeah, exactly. What are they going to do? Listen, what are they going to do? Break into my house? Take my minis away? All right, let's get the next part ready. This is the back of the model. All right. There we go. Now, where does this all stick on? Remember, always put the cap on your glue so you don't, like, you know, get high off the fumes. There we go. I put a little along there too, just to make sure it all stays together. That cape looks on. It's like it's on there very precariously. This really doesn't want to go together, actually. All right, I'm going to have to hold it this here for a minute. Like, full disclosure, as a guy who's done this for a long time, this is not a very well-designed mini in terms of assembly. The cape is very poorly designed when it comes to fitting on. Like, they could have made it part of the back here, but they didn't. They made it all, like, awkward and stuff to stick on. Not a very good design, if you ask me. All right, that's all coming together. Man, I will say I do enjoy the positivity of people like Peculiar Coin in chat. You know, showing how positive the Warhammer community is when people actually sit down and do the hobby. I will definitely say that much. And by positive, I mean, well, what more do I have to say, really? The Warhammer community. I said this in my video about how I'm switching focus off the Warhammer brand, outwardly for IP protection reasons. How the Warhammer community and the Warhammer fandom are not the same thing. The Warhammer community is a corporate organized den of toxicity from two political parties, where the Warhammer fandom just wants to talk about Warhammer, just wants to play Warhammer. Nothing is more apparent than the fact that, Warhammer fans were having fun on the Tabletop Simulator 40K Discord, and the Warhammer community got it destroyed. It's a problem in, fandoms and franchises these days that there's a rift between fandoms and communities. Communities are generally toxic. Fandoms, meanwhile, are where all the fun is to be had, where all the actual, people who enjoy it are. It's not... Oh, hey, Jig, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, everyone, we got a celebrity. Oh, we had a celebrity in chat. You want to run away from it every 2 weeks? Hey, didn't you post a bunch of models that weren't actually yours on Twitter and admit to it? Didn't you do that? I know you can't answer now because, I'm pretty certain you just got banned, but I remember that. I have a long memory. The model is awesome, but it took you way too long to put it together without gaps. Glad it wasn't just you. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it wasn't just me as well. Thank you, Brennan. I thought I was fucking up, but no, it just seemed like the design was off. Hey, boy, I'm on. I'm sorry. Why did I greet you as me? God, I swear to God, I am also dyslexic. Hello, Black Templar fan, saying Bohemond hi, and that was the first thing my brain picked up. All right, let's get the sword arm on here. Let's trim the sword arm and then get it on there. I'll say Kronos. Ash, that's a lie. I'm not cute. I will say, apparently, in terms of looks, I will say, apparently my diet's working. Oh. Oh. Oh, hey, that's one of the new redeems. I need to change the text on that. That looks awful. Oh my God. I'm going right to soundboards and changing that. There we go. All right. Audio didn't work? It should be working. Hold on. Should be working. That's weird. TTS. Alerts. Okay, hold on. Stream had no audio. Well, like this. Wait. No audio for the redeem. Okay. What is actually happening with my sound here? That's the. Okay. Oh, hey, we got another. Oh, hey, it's some nitwits back on yeah, some nitwits back on Twitch. Don't worry, Zeph, I got this one. GW wants people to cause drama so all the complaints can be seen as petty and swept under the rug. No, I don't think GW's that smart, honestly. I really don't. Okay, so so apparently my redeems are not generating sound. Hold on. I'm going to test one right now. Yeah, what the hell? Hold on. Tips, audio, where is it? There it is. I'm gonna do it again. Hang on. Did that play sound? Did that redeem play sound when I tested it? No. Okay, I'm turning it all the way up. I'm going to do it one more time because it says sound is coming through. Oh, I see the problem. Hang on, everyone. Hang on, everyone. I think I see the problem. One moment. Let me try it again. Tell me if you hear this one.
Hello there.
Okay, now I didn't hear any on my end. What the heck? Okay, now you can hear that, but now I can't. Oh, shit. All right, hold on. Yeah, because now I couldn't hear it on my end. That is so weird. Also, screw it. If you can hear them, that's what matters. I'll figure it out later. Bro's the scuff king of Twitch. I really am. Listen, I don't pretend to know what I'm doing, okay? I really don't. I don't pretend to know what I'm doing at all. I make it as shit as I go along. All right. Chalky, you played that one. I will redeem it again because you spent the points and it didn't play. Hold on.
Eldar women are my weakness.
There we go.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
I still don't know why I can't hear it on my end. Hey. All right. Oh, there was a one moment. Oh, Ashy did the thing. Hold on. Where is that? Actually, yeah, where is the... There it is. Oh, it's not centered. Fuck. Hold on. There. You are petting my cold metal dome now. That is loud. Oh, okay. If it's loud, yeah, I'll turn it down a little. There we go. Yeah. Again, I'm still getting all this shit adjusted. I need to figure out how to get it to play on both ends. I don't know what the fuck is up. It's OBS. It never works right. If OBS worked right, none of us would be here. I realize what I just said makes no sense, but then again, neither does OBS. All right. I apologize for bringing the mini construction stream to a halt to work on scuff. Oh, this piece is in there? This piece, wow. Okay. There we go. That took a little more than it should have to try and angle a thing in. If GW was smart, they wouldn't bother creating a negative PR by the shotgun approach of protecting their IP. They had better long-term options. They had better long-term options, harder, but long-term when they were easy and short route. Scuffed stream SMH Taurus confirmed. Listen, Magma. If the stream, the only VTubers I worry about are the ones who never have scuff. Speaking of VTubers, VTuber model, probably around the end of the month. I'm going to pull the trigger on that. I know which artist I'm going to commission for it. I have almost acquired the cash for it. I contemplated, doing a funding goal for it, like I did with the PC, but I was like, the VTuber model isn't as necessary as the PC, so I decided against it. I felt bad enough doing the PC goal, honestly. I only did it because Ash convinced me to. All right. Let's see. Got that done. All right. Armses. Now glue in his armses. We don't want him to be like Abaddon with no fucking arms. Hold on, there's a little bit of... a little bit of dried glue there. There we go. All right, sword. This side is the sword arm. I think. I hope. One moment. Is there a little bit of scuff on there, or is that the? That's the way the model's designed. Okay. Actually does not want to go in there. Come on, stay in there. Stay in there. Alright, that should be fine. Now let's take a look at this. Alright, I see how this one's supposed to go on, thankfully. Also, Monster Slam, how you doing? To answer your question, the Mechi's tech, where are you? You're right here. Go. God, this is... Man, back there, you weren't kidding about this model being kind of scuffed with all kinds of gaps. Some of these are, the arms are wet. The arms and the cape have been really annoying to put in. What am I building? Oh, fuck it. I just got the instruction manual right here. This guy, Inquisitor Ostromandius. All right, now. Okay. We need the plastic part of the base and some greeblies sticking up out of the ground. Those are 15, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. There's some way to clip this out, I know. All right. There we go. Let's get this nice and trimmed on. Get these little plastic nibs off. Oh, before anyone asks, after the stream, yes, I'm going to vacuum my computer desk. Christ, I already thought it was a little too dusty when I got started. Now there's gonna be bits of plastic everywhere. I really should get a mat for it when I'm doing this on stream. All right, there we go for that. Now we need 12, 13, and 14. There's 14. Oh, hello, Lenny Leonard. If I brought a point for every pound you weigh, you'd have a whole 1,000 points, tourist fatty. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. You need to give me a pay raise, Zeph. I don't pay you at all. You know what, Zeph? Go ahead and nuke that one. Go ahead and nuke Lenny. Let him scream into the void. Like, fuck it. Like, listen, Lenny. Because a lot of people came here just to hate. Seriously. If you're gonna try and be a hater, be creative, please. Like, be creative at the very least. I'll at least keep you around for a few minutes for humor then, okay? Fat shaming, really? Yeah, exactly. You know, hey, listen. How do you think they would feel if I said Norn Queen Key is fat and ugly? Like, how do you think they'd feel if I did that? They'd probably be livid. All right. Now I need 13. It was like a guy who DM'd me something where she told the guy that his mom had been passed around like a glue bottle at a game store. Like, really? Really not nice community representative you've chosen there, Games Workshop. Really nice. Well, I gotta pretend I'd be a good community rep, don't get me wrong, but holy shit. Like, this is someone who was featured in White Dwarf. Talking like that to random Warhammer fans. Granted, they also featured Cerberus, so yeah, that too. You know, the guy who said on Twitter that his son, the guy who said on Twitter that his son wants to fuck his wife. That he compared him to Oedipus. Which is kind of creepy. Not gonna lie. And then these people wonder why I don't respect them. It's like, who the fuck says that about their kid? Seriously. Where the... Oh, these parts are small and my hands are massive. Holy shit. Oh, Vin came. You never heard about that? the screen. You can find the screen caps. You know who to ask. And then GW went and featured this guy in White Dwarf. His Gate Crashers chapter, who are all Space Marines with different pride colors, is the most cringe shit imaginable. I fucking hate that. Speaking as a gay dude, I hate pride. I really do. I really do. I don't want. I like. It's the whole. Oh, we're here. We're queer. Get used to it. It's like Lisa Simpson once said in response to that. Yeah, we know. Okay, we are used to it. You can stop now. That's how I've been about. That's how I felt about it my whole fucking life. I cordially dislike the concept of gay pride, despite being gay myself. And that's because I just want to be, I don't want people, like, I don't want to be known for being gay. I want to be known for being a human being. And unfortunately, if that's how you, if that's what you choose to make your whole personality about, that's all people will know you for. At that point, you're, you know, it's not about you wanting to be fit in as part of society anymore. It's about you wanting to be, you know, separate from society, a separate group that gets, you know, recognized for how separate they are. And I don't jive with that. Like I unironically used to be way more left wing a long time ago. Like a long time ago. We're talking Obama first term, and that started falling off for me during his second term. But yeah, during that whole time, it was becoming clear to me it wasn't about wanting to just be normal in society. It was about wanting to be apart from it, but special with special rights. And that's when I gave up on it, because that's not what I was after. I just wanted the same thing everyone else had, but everybody else wanted more. They wanted to be able to... The big one for me, honestly, was when the Ender's Game movie came out. Wait, was that Obama? Was that during Obama? I don't remember. But it was when that movie came out, and there was a very large push to have it banned from theaters because of Orson Scott Card, the author of the book, because of his views on gay people. I mean, listen, I'll fully acknowledge that man would hate my guts. He wouldn't want me to exist. The term he uses to describe gay people is counter-evolutionary. He believes that via that, by his opinion, again, this is Orson Scott Card, this is not me. He believes that because being gay is counter-evolutionary, it has no place in civilized society, which should be pro-evolutionary. He would genuinely not want me to exist. You know what? The man's a great author. I love the Ender's Game series. They are excellent books. I would read I don't care what he thinks of me, I would read them regardless. Now that said, there was a big push when the movie came out to have the movie pulled from theaters because of Orson Scott Card's views. And then I was just sitting there like, well, okay, he thinks those things, but he's allowed to think those things. He's allowed to disagree with me. That he's allowed to disagree with me, you know, not what I believe, but me. He's allowed to do that. That's freedom of speech. And he's allowed to have the media he made exist as a movie in theaters. But no, the push was the man who wrote these books is a bad person, and therefore the art he made should be banned from all view. And, you know, because he's a bad person. But it's like, did I just lose a piece? I think it just knocked a piece down. God damn it. Nah. That's not that important. Just a little tentacle doily. Anyway. But the point being, I did not agree with that. And that was where, you know, my rift with my ideology began. And nowadays, I'm an unironic Trump supporter who voted for him 3 times now, actually. To the void under the desk, yeah. Maybe I can search for... Hold on, I'm going to mute myself real quick. I'll be right back, everyone. Nope, I'm sorry, everyone. That one bit has been banished to the void under the table. Separation of art from the artist is important, otherwise we'd never be able to consume any entertainment or media. Yeah, exactly. Like, listen, I love H.P. Lovecraft. He's one of my favorite authors ever. I'm pretty certain if I walked up to H.P. Lovecraft and let him know I'm gay, he'd probably recoil in cosmic horror, because he could barely comprehend people who didn't... Listen, people talk about H.P. Lovecraft being racist. Here's the funny thing about that. He didn't like white people who weren't upper crust New England nobility either. He didn't like them either. What do you think the Shadow... is Shadow over Innsmouth? No. The one with the mutant baby that's like invisible and goes crazy and kills people, that one. What the fuck one was that? With the inbred rednecks who give birth to like an elder god monster. Why can't I remember the title for that one? Because I love that one. No, it's not Innsmouth. It's the Dunwich Horror. Ixorn, thank you. The Dunwich Horror. Yeah, no, the Dunwich Horror. That's what he thinks of people who are not like born in upper crust New England. And all the characters in that are white. H.P. Lovecraft wasn't a racist. It's not that he was so much a racist. He didn't like anyone who wasn't from his walk of life. He didn't like anyone. Because he was a very frightened man who didn't understand other people. Have I heard about Lionel Johnson and his poem, The Dark Angel? Oh, yeah, I know all about that. That's like one of those little things that people bring up all the time. Like, oh, do you know about this? It shows that Lionel Johnson, the Primarch, is gay. And it's like, no, it's a cheeky literary reference by Games Workshop. There's a difference between cheeky literary reference and characterization. He also hated city folk from New York City as well. One of his stories was, yeah, right. Cool Air. Yeah, Cool Air. I remember that one. That's the one about how, air conditioning is evil because scientists who created undeath will use it to like prevent themselves from melting or something. God, that's so fucking... It's such a silly story, but it's a good one. I like Cool Air. I like Cool Air too. I like almost all of H.P. Lovecraft's work. Where the actual shit are these tentacles supposed to go at? Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with the tentacles. Fuck it. Not even going to bother with them. I'll put them over here. I'll put them in the bits box. I'll put them in my bits box later. Maybe I'll find some use for them then. Oh, don't tell me the glue is clogged again. Motherfucker. There it goes. Okay. Now let's do this. This goes on the 28mm base. Oh, this goes on the 32. Right, my bad. I can't, you know me, I can't count. And there we go. Okay. Oh, wait. I found the third tentacle, guys. I won't use it anyway. Fuck it. I don't think they look good. I don't think the tentacles look good. They look a little too extra for the base, if you want my opinion. Show you the mini collection. I'd love to, but this this camera is not leaving this position. You know what? How about this? I will, once I'm done putting this mini together, I'll go grab some of my minis and I will bring them to the camera. How about that? How about that? That okay? Let's see. Oh, okay. He's got, okay. I need the head and the sword hilt. Actually, wait, where the fuck does this little book go? Oh, I forgot to add that too. Oh, well, I can do that. I can do that now. I can probably fat finger it into position. I hope. I completely forgot a part. I'm stupid. What actual angle am I supposed to do this with? Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, now at what angle do they want me to attach this thing? Let's see. This one, okay. Okay, I see where they want. I see where they want it to go. Yeah, I can. This will still fit. This will still fit. Oh. No. No. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we salvaged it. No, Bo, don't show the minis. You keep saying you don't own minis. You're crumbling their reality. Listen. Gotcha. You gotta understand. This is how their mindset works, okay? There was the one person on Twitter. You probably saw them. When I pointed out I was going to be doing this stream, I pointed out the minis I was going to be doing. This mini and, you know, Bayard's Revenge, right? These are collector's minis, right? Like one print run collector's item minis. I was told, and I quote, that they are baby's first intro miniatures and they don't count. Which was the one oh, hold on. Actually, you know what? Ash, hold on. I'll be right back. I won't even bother muting for this one. I'll be right back. That was this one. Let's bring him up to the camera. That was this guy. He started as the what do you call it? The chapter champion, the limited run chapter champion. I turned him into a Black Templar lieutenant or Castellan. That's this one. Not done yet. Hold on. All right. There's a couple more. Let's get the focus on there. This is a Blade Guard Ancient I built. Decided to give him one of the Black Templar kit items on his I'm trying to get the right angle. Okay. He's carrying one of the Black Templar upgrade kit items in his hand instead of the normal hand. Here's Black Templar Chaplain. I took the skull of Cacodemus. However you pronounce that from the upgrade kit. Put it on the head of the Crozius to give it, give him more of a thwacking stick than normal. I gave him the one of the back pieces instead. Don't you know Black Templars are baby's first Marine chapter? They'll say that next, yeah, or they'll call me a Nazi because I like Black Templars, but they've done that a million times already. It doesn't work anymore. Never did, but I mean, hey, A for effort. And this everyone. Okay, let me get that a little closer. Tell me if you recognize who this is. Yeah, I'm totally not a vain motherfucker. I made a mini of myself. This is the official Marshall Bohemond mini that I made. This was the box set version of the captain with the shield. I got this one off eBay, and I repositioned the shield, gave him a different sword arm, gave him, let's get him real close to that camera. I gave him the Crusader helm, and because he's former Death Watch, on the opposite pauldron, he's got his Death Watch pauldron to show his veterancy from the Death Watch. Yeah, it's the Indomitus Captain. That's the one this is. Camera, don't lose focus. There we go. But yeah, this is the mini I made of myself. All right, one sec, everyone. Alright. Sorry about the wait. First of all, hold on. I've been getting head patted for far too long. There we go. Okay. Alright, next. We've got, let's get a good angle. This is, watch Captain Artemis. But I put a heraldry shield on his shoulder there. This is the special character for the Death Watch. Now, here's the Watchmaster I built. It's a little hard to see, but he's got a different head on him. It's a what are they called? Oh, what the hell are they called? The guys that the Titus was one of them. Black Shield, yeah. It's the head of the Black Shield from the Death Watch kill team instead of the regular Watchmaster head. And then this is the commander of my Death Watch Terminators. Gave him the it's supposed to be a power fist, but it's the flail from rules wise it's a power fist. Appearance wise, it's the flail from the old Deathwing Terminator kit, and his Stormbolter is a Grey Knight Stormbolter arm. All right, I wanted to show you all those. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I just wanted to. I've got more I could show off, but that's all you're seeing for now. I gotta get this. If I spent all day showing you minis, we'd never get this one done. Because I got two I want to assemble, and I haven't even completed the first one yet. So, yeah. All right, where? Okay, he's also got a sword I gotta glue on. Quick, eat the minis. No, listen, I don't want to get plastic. Is plastic poisoning a thing? Honestly, I think it would just rip my stomach up more than anything. I got some of these mini pieces in some of the most awkward positions to try to snip. Duros, no, Age of Sigmar is way older than 5 years. I want to say it's like a decade old now. If Age of Sigmar hasn't got good in a decade, it's not going to get good, period. Look, we already have microplastics, so it ain't going to hurt. Yeah, look, we got microplastics. We may as well upgrade to macroplastics. Just eat a Warhound Titan. You can totally digest resin. What AOS books have I read? Lee Honor, I only read good books. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Age of Sigmar lore would have to completely reinvent itself from the beginning to be good. You can't make a story with a bad foundation. There we go. Yeah, there we go. You apply it as a foundation, not just a story treatment. I mean, basically, that's all Age of Sigmar was at the start when it first came out. It was literally just a story treatment, and they thought they could make a world out of it. That's why it doesn't work. Yeah, actually, where the fuck is this thing supposed to go? But they are really vague about where to put this thing. I think I have an idea, though. Pretty sure it's along here. This is a part that really should not be instructed to go on after the arms. That's how you're supposed to put it on, according to the guide. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a little more glue in there just to be safe. There, just to make sure it sticks on right.
Total War did a better job with Fantasy than GW.
Total War did a better job with Fantasy than GW. Well, that's the thing, though. Lore-wise, Warhammer Fantasy Battles was good. It was the rules that started to get bad toward the end, but rather than fix the rules and, like, you know, the model releases, they were like, let's just trash the whole game and create this Age of Sigmar piece of shit to make a quick buck. Because, you know, and the debacle that was 6th and 7th edition is the whole reason that, you know, Tom Kirby was fired from Games Workshop. Hey, Mary Blight, how you doing? Salute. Hi. I can't really salute because you can't see my head, but you get all the idea. You get the idea here. All right, this next part. This is the weird servitor guy. He's only 3 pieces though. Let's make Marines too. Funny story about that. This is a story I've told before. From all the information I've gathered, they were going to turn 40k into another Age of Sigmar. Primaris Marines and Yanari were a remnant of that when it got canceled, but they were already in production and they couldn't not sell. They couldn't not earn their money back. It would have been too much of a loss on the bad time they were already having off 6th and 7th. So they had to put these new Marines they made for Age of Sigmar 40k onto sale to earn their money back. So they quick thought up the Primaris Marine lore. They've commented on something they call internally the game that never was in some articles. If you ever want to try and look that up. And that's what they're talking about. Which was turning 40k into just Age of Sigmar in space. It's also why, if you look closely, you can notice some of the early Primaris models, like the Redemptor Dreadnought Plasma Cannon, has kind of the look of a Tau Ion Cannon. Because apparently, from what I've gathered, one of the things they were going to have happen was the Imperium, the Tau, and the Eldar were going to align into one unified faction. And that is why Primaris plasma weapons have a bit of a Tau look to them if you look really closely and notice the patterns. Is that why they lumped Xenos into a faction in and of itself? It was going to be from what I gather, it was going to be certain Xenos factions and the Imperium would align. Like it would be Eldar, Tau, and the Imperium would ally together as one group. You know, like the Order, Chaos, Death, and whatever the fuck the Orcs are part of in Age of Sigmar. I forget which one the Orcs are part of. But yeah, no. What killed it was that it was in the early stages. So this is speculation, but this is what I've heard and what I've surmised from what information is available. It was in the early stages, and then Age of Sigmar flopped. And on the back of how 6th and 7th edition were mismanaged, Tom Kirby, the sitting CEO, Age of Sigmar was all his idea, was removed from was voted out of the company and replaced with Roundtree, the current CEO. And then they decided to kill the Age of Sigmar 40K project, as I'm calling it, and instead decided, quick, cobble together a new edition of 40K and launch that. And a lot of the content made for that is what we know as the Gathering Storm. Like, Cadia was supposed to be like the siege or the Battle of Cadia was supposed to be the Siege of Altdorf for 40K, the event that ended the setting. Trying really hard not to nick the leg on this model here. Getting rid of this little plastic nib. Shit. I'm absolutely gonna have to vacuum after this. Goddamn. That's fine. All right, one up here. One on his foot. Okay. One here a little bit? A little bit, yeah, all right. Oh, I didn't put the guy's head on. Shit, I'm stupid. All right, hold on. All right, this will be easy. You wonder if that's why 8th edition and post 8th focus on semi-elite armies are a result of that, because of AOS. There's no real horde armies. Well, I would say they were probably going to, maintain the horde part of, like, say, the orcs and the Tyranids. Guards. Actually, I actually wonder if they would have had Imperial Guard in Age of Sigmar 40K. Let me just say, though, I'm glad it didn't happen. 8th edition was a mess, but you know what? It's better than squatting the whole setting. And 8th edition was still better than 6th and 7th, no matter what you say. And 10th. 10th is not the worst the game has been. Take it from a guy who's been into this for a long time. All right. And he's... adjust the head a little bit. All right. There you go, everyone. The Inquisitor is assembled. Oh, come on. Adjust the camera. There we go. The Inquisitor is assembled. You joined the setting late. You came in during 6. Oh, yeah, the 6th was the worst. 6th was the worst it ever was. 7th was better than 6th, but not by much. That was when he had shit like infinite free Bane Blades as a... infinite free Razorbacks as an actual army strategy. Alright, now we got this dude's head. Hey, Lance Corporal, how you doing? All right. Maybe I can snip this off. It's kind of big. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, is that the whole head? I think it is. Okay. How does this go together? Actually, how does this go together? Like that. Okay. So those go there. Whoop. That was almost... I almost lost the head. Like that. Okay. You know what? I will put the glue on this part. Okay, a little spider web of glue there. Get rid of that. This in there. All right. He's together. Now he's got a pair of arms. I concede, but have you heard... Wait. Have you heard of any other IPs that aren't being harassed by woke mobs with the company giving in? Mobile Suit Gundam's a good example. I know people are going to bring up Witch from Mercury. Witch from Mercury was not woke. Witch from Mercury was Yuri baiting. Just like how Gundam Wing in the mid-90s was yaoi baiting. And just like how in Gundam Wing they didn't commit to any of the gay shit that was supposedly in it by the end. I bring up Gundam because, you know, Gundam Assemble is coming out soon. I will also be assembling Gunpla minis on stream. Well, they're not minis, they're models, but you know what I mean. I will be assembling those on stream as well. Okay. I see where this guy's supposed to go. They executed it perfectly. They got the weirdos' views without it being unwatchable. I mean, listen, I've said this before. Witch from Mercury is a perfectly mid-seasonal anime. It's a perfectly mid-seasonal anime. But, you know, people who'd never watched Gundam before treated it like it was God's gift to, you know, mecha anime, when it was just, like, again, a perfectly mid-seasonal anime that happened to be called Gundam. It's not like, say, G-Cux, which just fit wrapped up, which was actually excellent. G-Cux had its problems. It's not perfect, but it's a really good love letter to Universal Century, and a really interesting what-if story about how the Universal Century could have played out differently.
All call signs, check in.
All right, that's in. What's this? The Chinese dude was the third wheel in all couples from the cast. Oh, hey, hey, Demi, how you doing? Never saw someone call Gundam Wing yaoi baiting, but it's true. Listen, that was why they made Gundam Wing, to attract the yaoi fangirls. Like, that was their stated intention. Like way back when the show came out. Oh, right, by the Chinese dude, you mean Wu Fei. Yeah, no, Wu Fei. Well, I mean, Wu Fei was also a raging misogynist, so yeah. Like I remember Wu Fei's whole character was literally that animation of the soldier and the medic from Team Fortress 2 going, heh, women, and drinking coffee, you know? All right. What would my call sign? Well, no, my call sign would not be Cutie Patootie, Asherin. Nope, sorry, Quest Bro. I showed off some of my minis earlier. I don't want to go back and get them again. I want to focus on building this. But don't think I didn't notice what you're saying there. Because now the goalposts have moved to painted minis. First it was, you don't have minis. Oh, you have minis, but they're baby's first minis. And it's like, oh no, I've got more minis. Now it's, oh, but do you have painted minis? Then I show off painted minis. It's like, do you have professionally painted minis? And then it'll just keep spiraling. Because the Warhammer community is a toxic cesspit. As opposed to the Warhammer fandom. You should get some SNBs. I've never seen your minis before, bro. Well, yeah, but okay, like, Quest Bro, honest question. Everybody who has ever said, show me your minis, has been the most toxic motherfucker imaginable. Why would I acquiesce their requests? Like, the reason I'm doing this stream is because I felt like it. It's something I'd wanted to do for a while, but I had a really shitty desk, and I didn't have room to do this on it. That's changed now. You just want to see my Templars? I mean, if you go over on YouTube, you can scroll back and see them. I was showing them off a little bit earlier. Where the actual fuck do I connect this? Oh, okay, here. All right. Wait, how the... Actually, yeah, how the hell? Okay, I see it. Also, I do apologize, Quest Bro. We've had a couple of really obnoxious individuals in chat today. If I assumed your intentions a certain way, I do apologize about that. All right, there we go. Now let's get this guy in the base. Is this the bigger of the two? Yeah. Nope. Oh boy, this one isn't going to want to stand up on the base, is he? Wait, no, he is. Okay, hold on. Gotta move to the side. I don't think he's quite... Shit! Shit. It's okay. We can salvage this. I don't think he's quite centered. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. I'd love to show this one off. I don't think he's on there very stably, so we're going to put him over here and let him dry. It's all good, man. Just saw you building minis. Assumed you had some finish unpaid. Oh yeah. I showed. Yeah, it's cool, man. Like I said, we had a couple of people being really obnoxious about it earlier. Mostly Norn Queen Kia's orbiters, but yeah, I was showing off some earlier. You can over on the YouTube stream. You can go and scroll back and see them. Just drill and pin. I don't feel like drilling and pinning for something I can glue. I'll just be lazy and brute force it. If I can't brute force all my problems, am I really a Black Templar main? Oh boy, this one's gonna be fun. Okay, let's get the cap on there. There we go. Oh, believe me, I know all about pinning gotchi. I used to play 3rd edition Grey Knights and Sisters of Battle. With the all metal minis, man. That shit was not fun. Hold on. Okay, come off there. Come off there. Come off there. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. There we go. Yeah, single blade nippers. I've heard of those. I heard of those. I don't own any. I may actually look into getting some. Because I'm not just thinking about Warhammer now. I'm also thinking about Gunpla. Am I talking to my minis? Philosopher, when have I ever given the impression that I'm a sane person? Is that? Hold on. Is that a part of the skull sticking out, or is that a little nip of plastic that I gotta snip off? That's a little bit of plastic, yeah. Go. There we go. Okay, now, where is this part? And right here? I love spaces that are too small for the pliers. Hold on. There. Apologies for stopping there for a moment. that looks good. Okay. All right, you know what? We're going to do this way. This is going on the base, and then I'll glue on the skull. That. Yeah. Wait. Is it going lengthways or... Yeah. Okay. Okay. There we go. Little Skull Man is all done. All right. That's that kit finished. We got just to review, we got the Inquisitor, the good Inquisitor, who was all in all a pain in the ass to put together. Some really weird choice of pieces there. We've got his little shouty servitor guy. Much easier to put together. Much better design on the pieces. And we've got as I just showed you, Skullman. Let's see. Do you think people would see a mecha fantasy series with Christian undertones? I think they would. I don't see why they wouldn't. There's been fantasy mecha series before, like, Escaflowne, which, in my opinion, TV show way better than the movie. Movie was... Oh, sorry. Movie was kind of ass. Was not a fan. All right, you know what? Hold on. Let me go move these little tentacle bits and brush the dust into something, and then I will be right back. We'll start on kit number 2. So, patience, please, everyone. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I decided gonna take a bit of a breather between models just to chat with everyone because I've been kind of focused. Maybe work on what remaining sound issues I still have. Because I still can't hear... I can't hear the redeems on my end, but you guys can, and I want to fix that. Focus on being a cutie. Ash, we've been over this. I'm not cute. I'm no such thing as cute. Right, time to open some liquid encouragement. There we go. For context, and to actually show, it's not beer, it's root beer. This stream is also not sponsored by Mug Root Beer, although Mug Root Beer is the superior brand, but I'm not sponsored by it. Yeah, because I know Twitch can actually yell at you for drinking alcohol. Sponsored by A&W. No, it's fucking not, Ash. Jesus. Ugh. Okay. There was something I was gonna do. Right, yeah, right. Stream audio. First of all, let me get all my tools back out here in the middle now that I've swept up all the dust. I know you saw me sweep it up. It went into a disposal thing. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let it accumulate on my floor. That'd be filthy. There's a little piece right here. Let's see. Right. I was gonna look at the stream audio a bit while I chat with y'all. Barks is best though. It's okay. I don't like it as much as Mug or A&W, and honestly, it has caffeine in it, and I'm swearing off caffeine for the rest of my life. Shit's no good for you. Alright, that's not it. Advanced audio options. All right, hold up. Okay, I'm gonna try fiddling with the sound options again. So bear with. Where's the alerts? Not alerts. Point redeems. There we go. All right, I'm going to test a point redeem really quick. Hold on, let me try it.
Hello there.
Okay, could you guys hear that? You heard it. I know what the problem is. All right, okay, I know how to fix it. One moment. Damn it, that's the wrong button. Hold on. Let's see. Point redeems. Game audio. Tips audio. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to test one more. Okay. Actually, no, that should be fine. So you can hear the stream music. You can hear me. You can hear that. You can hear the redeems. No, we don't have Rogaldorn's Colossal Chainblade anymore. We don't have that anymore. We have something else instead. I might bring it back though. Actually, you know what, Ash? Do me a favor. At the bottom of the redeems, the 210K ones, play the one that starts with an S. I want to thank Nate for that one. That's from one of his videos. He gave me permission to use it as a redeem. That's still one of the best. Listen, go to my buddy. I think it's. Oh, you never seen that? You never seen that video that my buddy Ignatius on Twitter, also known as Well Mannered Nate made. You have tinnitus now. How loud is that for you guys? It wasn't all that loud on my end. Unless I have hearing problems. Well, anyway, that's working now, so that's good. All right. All right, now that we got all that going, I just hit my desk. We're going to start the next one. This is Bayard's Revenge. No, the guy, my buddy who made it, is on Twitter. You're on Earpods? Oh, damn. Okay. Sorry. I'm not paying for your hearing damage. But, yeah, this is Bayard's Revenge. This was a special edition Black Templar, Emperor's Champion. It's based on the character, Bayard from, Hell's Reach. He was the Emperor's Champion in that novel. Ash, why do you have to make it weird? The orc receiving a long, hot, thick impalement from a Black Templar. Why do you have to make it weird? Why? Why? You know why? Of course I know why. Actually, you know what? Before I start this one, I'm going to wash my hands, actually. Be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see. I am back. All right. Yeah. So, where the shit was I? Right. Right. Let's get this. Let's get this open. I hope the sound effects doesn't get me banned on YouTube, because apparently they don't like ASMR, and apparently any weird sound effect can count as ASMR on YouTube. YouTube may be weird about things, but still infinitely better than Twitch, though. Oh, this is gonna be much easier to assemble. I can tell. Much bigger parts. He says. Unaware this is probably going to be a lot harder in some stupid way that he hasn't noticed. There's a little bit in the center there, but I don't know if I have to cut that off or not. I mean, the whole center of this model is going to be, the whole center of the base is going to be covered anyway. So, by this bit right here. The tactical rock that the orc is going to die on. Alright. I get the distinct feeling they're probably going to want us to build the orc first. Nope, they want us to build the Templar first. Oh yeah, they want us to assemble the orc all in one bit and the piece, and then put him on the rock, and then put the Templar on the orc, and then the sword in the orc and on the Templar. Okay. All right, let's get started. Looking for parts 2 and 1 first. Let's see. Right there. Okay. That's still on there a little bit. Hold on. Oh, there it goes. Part 2. They snipped that? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, those are the first 2 parts. Okay. Actually, you know what? No, this part's big enough. I could probably snip this off. Yeah, there we go. That one, this one's going to require the knife. Oh, shit. Okay, that's a little flimsy. I want to be careful with that. Like where I hold it. Alright, that's fine enough for that, because this will be covered by a shoulder pad later. It doesn't need to look good, because no one's ever going to be able to see it. Alright, what more are there? A little one right here. All right, there we go. Now, 3 and 4 are going to be the legs. So let's take a look at those. Three and 4. There we go. That's 3. This is 4. Alrighty. And where'd 4 go? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Honestly, I think for doing this in future streams, I've got a hobby light over on my old hobby space. I will probably move that over. That would make things a lot easier with being able to see. All right, let's look at you. All right. All right. Now, how do these fit together? Now you see that's how you're supposed to. That's how models are supposed to go together. None of that Kate bullshit from the Inquisitor guide. These two just fit right in like that. That's how it's supposed to work. All right. There we go. I got this desk lamp that's got a settable LED light that can shift heat spectrums and brightness. Oh, that's cool. I've just got a really simple, like, just plug-in one that I have. I will probably whip that out for the next stream. I don't want to screw with getting it installed right now, you know? I don't want to waste time doing that. Because I promised I'd do 2 minis on this stream. I'm going to fulfill that promise, no matter how much I have to squint at too little light. All right, so let's look at this now. 3 and 4, all right. So I'm guessing this will go here, like, yeah. Yep, that's what I thought. A promise key from Kingsglaive begins. Oh, god damn it, honey. Why do you have to remind me that Kingsglaive exists as a film? Because I love that movie. Also, I found out that the guy who's the voice of Nyx is fucking Jesse from Breaking Bad. I can't get that out of my head now. Because it is, like, completely polar opposite characters, and I'm so used to thinking of him as Jesse, you know? There we go. Okay. Like this. Yep, there we go. All right, that's together. Yeah, exactly. Arden blows up the royal city in Final Fantasy 15. You just hear Nyx in the background. He can't keep getting away with it! Yeah, exactly. Some folks can be different characters, unlike The Rock. Listen, Listen, as somebody who likes a lot of the movies The Rock is in, he really is just The Rock playing The Rock, playing a character who is just The Rock, you know? Like, seriously. It just gets samey after, like, samey and unentertaining after a while. The only reason I like the movie Rampage is that it's to do with the monsters, not The Rock being in it. I do think Rampage is unironically a good kaiju film, though. I'll die on that hill. What next? Ah, yes, the Warhammer classic, the Pauldrons. Remember that time Games Workshop tried to trademark Pauldrons? I do. Like, they tried to trademark the very concept of Pauldrons on armor because of Space Marines. I want to say that was around the time of the infamous Chapter House lawsuits. Which mini is this? Hold on. Uno momento. This is Bayard's Revenge. Black Templar Emperor's Champion special edition mini. It's been long out of print. They only ever did one run for like it was like, what the fuck was the event they did this for? I don't remember. But yeah, I had to pick one of these up. There was no way I was going to miss out on this one, especially because it ties into Hell's Reach, and that's my favorite 40K novel. Didn't they try to trademark the word Space Marines as well? That's what Chapter House was about. That's what the Chapter House lawsuit was about. They tried to trademark Space Marine, and it went poorly for them. It's what caused Tom Kirby to do the great renaming, where they renamed everything in 40K to things, you know, from like Eldar, Imperial Guard, etc., to Eldari, Astra Militarum, things they could actually trademark. That was the whole, you know, that was the whole impetus behind that incident. When does GW not try to trademark something in common use? Or remember, they tried to trademark the term Warhammer. They almost lost the brand because of that. Arch Warhammer could have literally ruined Games Workshop, but he chose not to. Arch, I know you're my mutual on Twitter, so I just want you to know this. If you have a flaw at all, 2 flaws. 1, you're a little bit too much of a grognard where Primaris are concerned. 2, you're too fucking nice. You are too fucking nice, my guy. Personally, I would have opened fire, all guns blazing on Games Workshop legally and taught him a fucking lesson. That's what I would have done. I'm also a vindictive asshole, though, so keep that in mind. There we go. Just like they went after Phil from No Guts, No Galaxy because he had a Warhammer pin on. Yeah, exactly. He had a pin of the Warhammer battle mech from Battletech. And they tried to sue him for copyright infringement of Warhammer 40,000. Like, GW, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? That was, honestly, that was the incident that got me considering going back to this avatar and basing my VTuber model on it when I get it made. That was the incident. That was when I started contemplating it. Wait, hold on. I want to see which pauldron goes on which shoulder here. That's important to know. Okay, the one with the banner is on the left. All right. All right. Didn't Arch rant excessively about women lesser, like they should be his harem slaves on Discord, Twitch? No. No, what the hell are you thinking about? All right. All right, those are on. Okay. Now, the backpack. The wording means it wasn't from 40K. Yeah, no, okay, Kilo. In BattleTech, there is a heavy mech called the Warhammer. Now, Phil from No Guts, No Galaxy had a pin he was selling of the Warhammer mech. Games Workshop went after him legally for using something called the Warhammer. Now, apparently it was dropped, but all the same, they went after him. It's not even related to Warhammer 40K, but they went after him anyway. And I got a lot of respect for Phil from No Guts, No Galaxy, too. He's one of the few BattleTech people who's kept his head on his shoulders as the whole franchise has gone down the bin. Oh, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck to... Okay, let me see how close I can get this to the camera. Look at that little bit of plastic sticking out there on that thing. How flimsy that is. That's gonna suck to shave off. Maybe I can get these in there close enough. Got it. There. All cleaned up. Oh, wait, that's the head. Shit. I did that way too early. Well, at least I got that out of the way now. Backpack. Let's go. Listen, Arch isn't perfect, but no one is. But he's not a bad guy. I'm also mutuals with, by the way, since you mentioned Luminous Cove, I'm mutuals with her on Twitter too. Yeah, it's all banter. It's jokes. People are allowed to joke. People tend to, be better friends when they're allowed to joke with each other and not take everything super fucking serious all the time. Oh, Philosopher, Major Kill's the guy who's currently selling steroids. He's a 40K, air quotes 40K YouTuber who sells steroids on his YouTube channel. Or peptides or whatever. They're basically steroids. All right. All right. All right, there we go. Now to put the head on. This should be pretty easy because it's just literally just going to slide into place. Wait, I've got the armored I've got the helmet headed open, right? Yeah, there we go. I feel like that's on right. Oh, it's not on right. Hold on. Right? Hold on. There we go. It's a little precarious, not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of more glue in there just to be safe. A little there. A little in there. All right. And that's basically the champion himself put together, except for the sword, because the sword goes on last. Insert mildly insulting comment here. Oh, Shoutlaw. They couldn't insult me if they tried. I'd have to give a fuck what they think first in order to be insulted. If anything actually got me mad, it was the fact that they all organized and decided to destroy the TTS 40, the Tabletop Simulator 40K community because they didn't like the owner's politics. Like, that should fucking matter when almost 100,000 people are gathering together to play Warhammer together. It literally didn't matter. It also shows these people will decry Games Workshop's, lawfare on one breath, and then in the next breath use it against people they don't like for completely stupid political reasons. Oh god, Major Kill's tier list video of 40k was awful. Literally roasts other people, not only to then start selling drugs. He must enjoy his glass house. Yeah, Major Kill's a piece of shit. I hate him. I hate the man. He's a genuine piece of shit. A good example of what's wrong with the Warhammer 40k community, that he's, considered someone to look up to. I know this smarmy, narcissistic Australian little fuckboy who sells drugs. I don't care if it's legal. Their peptides are just steroids. They're drugs. All right, so we got the base out. First we get, let's see, 15, 12, 14, 13, 12, and 15. Okay. Go. Now this part. And this part. Okay. And then the head. Okay. Now how okay, I think I see how this goes on. Yeah, like that. I also see where the sword is supposed to go. Like right in there. Much as this is a filthy Xeno, I still got to clean the extra sprue material off. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, we'll put the arm together first, and then glue that on. All right. There we go. Get that. Get this. And is that one, or yeah, that is. All right. Do a dry fit real quick. Ah, there we go. Yeah, like that. Games Workshop fixing themselves up to be like that one admiral who somehow caused a crash into another boat. Wait. Oh, wait, Lance Corporal, which incident are you talking about specifically? Like crashing an aircraft carrier? Also, apologies, I'm kind of not really focusing on chat. I'm kind of locked in with the model thing right now. Oh, come on. Get out of there. Okay, you know what? I have to clear the bottle again, I think. One moment. Get in there. I have to clean that pin off later. Okay, there we go. What was it gluing? Right, this. Okay, Lance Corporal. I got nothing but respect for the Fletcher class, but the William D. Porter fucked up pretty hard, I gotta admit. Wait, where? Hold on. That's not it. There, wait, no. There we go. There we go. Get that glued on there nice and tight. Don't you just hate having gorilla hands for small models because it's hard to fit bigger ones that find at a good price range? Literally me with high grades. Yeah, no, that's been my whole fucking life, dude. Believe me. All right, and then, oh, I completely missed the other orc hand. I'm not smart. Hold on. All right, and let's see. There we go. And we start fitting these parts together. Yeah, like that. Yep, that's on. As a fat electrician says, the Willie D may have been an unlucky ship, but had an untouchable crew. Oh yeah, no, those guys got super fucking lucky. They got pardoned from trying to assassinate the president on accident because the president was amused by it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I want to dry fit this first. Yeah, like that. Okay. And there we go. Right, orc body almost done. Just want to, okay, now slide on. Slide on the head, Voltron style. See where that fits on. Okay, let's be easy. Right there, and right in there. All right. One slightly skewered orc all put together. All right. I'm gonna start trimming the flash off the base. Do you hate your voice when looking back at videos? I literally hate myself on a microphone, no matter what the quality. It's just something you got to get used to. I've never been a fan of the sound of my own voice, but just I realized it's something I have to get used to doing content like this. Like I said, you just got to steel yourself and buckle down and get used to it. It's really the only answer. You kind of do after a bit, honestly. I have. I still don't like the sound of my voice, but I can hear it without cringing. Unless it's like literally, like, you know, the sound of my voice doubling up on a microphone. That's really obnoxious still. Like on a hot mic in the Discord server, like that. There we go. All right. I like hearing my own voice. It's how I know when someone is telling the truth. Well, you know what? Hey, you know what? Fair. That's fair. As somebody who finds himself, as somebody who's enough of an egotist to believe the same, yeah. Okay, I think it goes like this. Yeah. There we go. Alright, that should be a decent enough amount of glue. Might need, actually no, might need a little more. Hold on. All right. Ooh, smell that. All right. Okay. Now for the really hard part. Getting the sword in. Because I have to glue the sword into the right position. And so the Templar can stand on the orc, stabbing him through the chest. And yeah. This is going to suck. Get him with some of these hard to reach spaces. All right. I want to, yeah, that's the last piece too. Okay. Let's look at how this fits together. Yeah, you know, we'll glue it onto the Templar and then we'll insert it. That just seems like the smarter move. Also, yeah, just noticed that. Hold on. There we go. Let's try this again. Yeah, that looks all right. All right. All right. That's on. Now a little bit right here for the chain. Just enough to get that connected. I hate these really small, obnoxious parts like this. All right. Now let's look how this all goes together. Like that. All right. Yeah, using the sword as a guide. Okay. And all right. All right. How's the assembly going? We are finishing up our second model that we had planned today. I'm going to hold that by there so it sticks together. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to have to be a little precarious with how I hold this, but there we go. Bayard's Revenge, fully assembled. Come on, focus in. There we go. Bayard's Revenge, fully assembled. Isn't it beautiful? An orc getting skewered by the black sword. That's what it's all about. All right. Let's see. Get that cap on. Let's see. Let's get everything all put away here. Get everything put back in the box, because I'm absolutely keeping the boxes to these. Or at least get the instruction manual back in the box. There we go. All right. That is the minis for today that we've set up assembled. So give me a moment, everyone, while I got to do something really quick. That's it for that part of the stream. So one moment. We're going to close that off. Alrighty, we're back here. Yeah, so a little bit of scuff, not gonna lie. Did the sound options carry over to this one too? Yes, they did. All right, yeah, that's what I want to see. All right, yeah. So hold on, everyone, while I precariously pull my keyboard out from storage. Very precariously at that. There we go. Did I hit any hotkeys? No, I didn't. Good. I'm gonna slide the I gotta slide the minis over a little more. Get everything back where it was. Okay. I will say, one, I hope you enjoyed that. Two, I am really sorry about the troublemakers in chat. You know, the toxic tourists are going to be that. They're going to be toxic tourists. They're going to try and ruin everything for everyone. So one moment, everyone. I'm going to take a look at who is currently streaming, and we will raid someone. following. Let's take a look. All right. We're gonna raid my homie Royan. So one moment, everyone. Oh,
All
one
call
moment.
signs check in.
Oh, hey, End of Days. Thank you for the subscription. Congrats on 22 months. And hello, man. Yeah, we're just wrapping up here. We're gonna be heading out now. Raid Royan VT, believe. Yep. All right. Tell Royan I said hi. I'm gonna go collapse from the excessive amount of paint fumes that are now floating around inside my brain. Not paint fumes, glue fumes. You get the idea. I will catch y'all tomorrow. I'll be playing Mecha Break. I'll be also playing Mecha Break on Friday. So yeah, I'll see y'all for that. Take care, everyone. Have a good day, and later.